Welcome, hackers. I am the Dungeon Master. I have released my guide for you. What would you like to know?
Well, I'm a little curious about how encounter design has changed. Might you show us some of that?
Of course, encounter design has in fact changed. I will have one of my minions explain it to you.
There are a few changes to how the encounters are built. The first thing we notice is that there are only 3 difficulty levels where there was 4 in 2014. If you look at the 2 tables, you can see that the easy column from 2014 is gone. At lower levels, the old medium encounter difficulty column lines up with the new low, the old hard lines up with the new moderate, and the old deadly lines up with the new high. At higher levels, the new encounter difficulty is quite a bit higher in the 2024 version. But what do these encounter difficulty levels really mean? Well, according to the book, low difficulty states, an encounter of low difficulty is likely to have 1 or 2 scary moments for the players, but their characters should emerge victorious with no casualties. 1 or more of them might need to use healing resources, however. As a rough guideline, a single monster generally presents a low difficulty challenge for a party of 4 characters whose level equals the monster's CR. Moderate difficulty says, absent healing and other resources, an encounter of moderate difficulty could go badly for the adventurers. Weaker characters might get taken out of the fight, and there's a slim chance that 1 or more characters might die. A high difficulty encounter says it could be lethal for 1 or more characters. To survive it, the characters will need smart tactics, quick thinking, and maybe even a little luck. So we've seen the chart, and we now know what each level of difficulty is supposed to mean. So how do we build an encounter using this information? Let's take a quick look at a monster stat block and see how we use it to build the encounters. Here we see a black bear from the 2024 Player's Handbook. It is a very simple creature that is easy to run against low-level parties. You can see right here that it is worth 100 XP. But how many do we put into an encounter? Okay, back to the encounter difficulty table. Suppose we have a party of 4 level 1 adventurers, fresh out of the guild halls and into their first adventure. We want the first fight to be a pretty low challenge rating as they are a bunch of noobs. So maybe take the low difficulty number for party level 1, located here, and multiply it times the number of party members. That gives us 200 XP worth of monsters we can add to the encounter to create a low challenge encounter, or 2 bears in our example. For a moderate encounter, we would add 1 bear, and for a high difficulty encounter, we would raise the total to 4. In the case of our squishy first level players, that would probably be a problem, but they haven't become attached to their characters yet, so oh well. Now what if we had a group of level 5 adventurers instead, but we still wanted to come at them with these bears? Maybe we wanted them to have a very easy fight so they could feel mighty before we wipe the floor with them around the next bend in the road. The XP budget for a low encounter for the party would be 2,000. That would mean 20 bears. I'm not sure exactly how that would shake out, but it seems like it might be rough. I suppose AoE spells might make up the difference, along with higher HP and AC for the players, but I probably wouldn't put that many creatures against the party, as it throws action economy off quite a bit. In fact, the DMG addresses this by saying the more creatures in an encounter, the higher the risk that a lucky streak on their part could deal more damage to the characters than you expect. If your encounter includes more than 2 creatures per character, include fragile creatures that can be defeated quickly. This guideline is especially important for characters of level 1 or 2. In 2014, they suggest adding a multiplier to adjust for this. Using the multiplier in 2014, 8 bears would have been the right number for a low-level encounter like this. That's a pretty big difference. Now we have noticed that the power level of the players has increased across the board, so maybe they can handle it. This could also be a case of using weak creatures against powerful adventurers. So let's take a look at another example. Suppose we're talking about ogres, which you can see me talk about in our previous video linked above. They are a CR2 monster worth 450 XP. Our level 5 2024 party could face 6 of them worth 2700 experience. That is under the 3000 XP for a moderate level encounter. In 2014, that would be about the same challenge level for a level 8 party. To make it a comparable encounter, for the 2014 party, they'd only be able to fight about 3 ogres. We've been speculating that the monsters would be getting more powerful in this version of Dungeons & Dragons. Some of the few that we have seen are more powerful, but some of them are less powerful. In the instance of the ogre, it stayed mostly the same and only gained a few hit points. It would stand to reason that the more powerful 2024 version of the players could handle more ogres, but twice as many? I guess we might have to run another simulation like we did with the ancient green dragon and find out. You can see that video linked above as well. We probably won't know a lot more until the monster manual comes out in 3 months.
3 months? That's a long way off. Better subscribe to the channel so you can see how the new monsters stack up when it does come out.
Thanks for the plug, Digit. We are on a push to reach 1,500 subscribers before the end of the year. I really appreciate all the support that you hackers have given me thus far. Every like and comment helps YouTube know to get my message out to more people, so keep them coming. Check out this video here comparing some of the monsters released in the Scion of Elemental Evil supplement that just came out, where we compare them to their 2014 counterparts. And remember, keep on hacking the dungeon.